We live in a world of lies, deception, and poison. And I am not talking about a conspiracy theory. Hello, magnificent human. My name is Maria Elise, and I wrote The Realm of Unity, and I'm here to bring more joy, purpose, and abundance into your life. By the way, did you know that the word conspiracy means breathing together? Look it up. But I'm not here to talk conspiracy theory. I am talking about how everything that we believe about this world and about ourselves is ultimately a lie, an illusion. It is the matrix. We are fed a steady stream of propaganda on our phones. There are fear stories constantly, 24/7. We're pitted against each other. We're constantly told what we should believe. And usually those stories are conflicting, depending on where we go to look. We are told from the time that we are young that we need to find answers outside ourselves, that we are not enough, that we are weak, that we are helpless, that we are sick, that we are ineffective. We are told that we are too dumb to figure out things for ourselves. We must look to the experts to tell us what to do, how to live, where to go, and even what God is. We're surrounded by toxins in our air, in our water, in our food, our soil, our hair dye, our medicines, our lipstick, our nail polish, our clothing, our bedding, our wall paints, our flooring, popcorn ceilings. Need I go on? It's everywhere. Why? Why did we choose this? And yes, we chose this because we are that powerful. We are these amazing infinite beings. We are capable of anything. However, I don't know about you, but nobody told me that when I was a kid. Most of us do not see ourselves as amazing infinite beings. We do not see or recognize that truth. So why? I've been asking this question. Why? Why? Why don't we know this? Why did we choose this? Why did we choose this life? Here's the answer that I got from my own intuitive wisdom. See, eons ago, we decided to forget. We wished to have an experience of separation. We wanted to know what it was like, to see how far we could go from remembering that we are, in fact, God. The only way we could absolutely forget was to create a world immersed in lies and poison. Because it's not easy to squash the light. It's really not easy to squash it down. So being the creative beings that we are, we had to make the illusion pretty darn good. In order to effectively diminish our power, we had to weaken and sicken our bodies. We had to continually, from the time we were born, feed ourselves constant lies through media, educational systems, propaganda, political discord. And even still, even with all of this, our lights still keep squeaking out regardless because it's so hard to push down the lights. So we definitely need to create even more drama, more wars, more trauma. It's just becoming increasingly difficult to contain that growing light. This part of us that designed this game is now pulling out all the stops. So if things seem insane, it's because we are this close to exposing the truth. And so, on the one hand, this is kind of a total bummer. But on the other hand, we are kind of at the pinnacle of the story and it's kind of exciting. So, I write fiction. And in every great fiction story, there's kind of this like building up of tension. We're supposed to have this great conflict. We're trying to get to this monumental climax, followed by this great reveal, right? So a part of us like loves the thrill, all right? Because it's so fun to watch your protagonist go through the worst of the worst and then come out with some surprise twist and this incredible happy ending. So on some level, we want this thrill of awakening, and we are nearly there. Can you feel it? I feel it. So what's next for us? This next phase of humanity is not just a return to oneness. Bing, we're there. No, that would kind of defeat the point. We are actually here to make manifest heaven on earth. Won't that be cool? We wanted to see how much we could forget so that we could have this exquisite pleasure of remembering. Remembering that we are the author, the director, and the producer of our own play, that we're capable of creating literally anything. So, as more and more of us awaken to our true nature, the world slowly, and then quickly begins to transform. We start to recognize synchronicity, like how we're all connected. And one of the first things we do is we end all the wars. Easy peasy. We just stop. Just stop. Just lay down your weapons. We don't need it. We start to clean up the planet. We clean up the air, the water, the soil. Also easy peasy once we decide that we don't want any more toxic poisons in our lives. We build beautiful gardens, and everyone suddenly forgets that we ever had an experience of lack. These are just the first steps. We handle all the basics. Everyone feels safe. Everyone feels loved. Everyone is fed with vibrant, healthy food. Everyone has a warm, beautiful home. Everyone is completely supported to live from their heart. So, with all the basics handled, we are free to discover our unique contribution to the world. And so, I want to just say a little bit about this because there's this idea that says, if I had all my needs met, I would just sit on the couch all day. I wouldn't want to do anything, which is completely untrue. We all have a deep need to contribute. We all have a deep need to give something to the world. The only reason we don't know what that is because we're so busy just trying to survive, inaccessible. You cannot access that part of you until you have all your other needs met. It's based on that Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Until you're safe and you're fed and you have a sense of belonging and you're not worried about scarcity, lack, money, then you start to question what your purpose is. You start to ask yourself, what am I here for? What am I here to contribute? So, this is a very important part of our waking up, of the conspiracy, right? Breathing together. So, in this new beautiful world, all of a sudden the animals roam free. All the animals are respected as sovereign beings that they are, and all of nature is protected because why? Why would you destroy that which sustains you? So, this is in my book, The Realm of Unity, which is an immersive experience set in this fifth dimensional world. In my book, I present two timelines. One of the continued lies, deception, and toxins, and versus one of such beauty and light that hopefully there will be no contest in your mind which one to choose. I encourage you to read it slowly and start to remember. As you read, as you wake up, all the trauma that has been stored in your body starts to unravel, and you start to regain deep levels of trust. So, if you open your news feed or consume mainstream media, you will be pummeled with fear messages. And it is nearly impossible to access the truth if you're living in a state of fear. You're going to be looking around for somebody to save you. We actually have a massive trust deficit in the world right now. We are bombarded with so many opposing views. It's nearly impossible to know where to turn or who to trust. I actually don't see this as a problem. It's actually the solution. The most important question to ask is, where do I go to find the truth? I'm going to say that again. Where do I go to find the truth? This is the question that we all should be asking ourselves right now. Because we are now being forced to look inside ourselves. We are being guided to find and access our own intuitive wisdom. As we return to our deep wisdom, we have greater and greater access to the field of infinite possibility. We start to reveal our hidden gifts and access our psychic potential. And we are all psychic. Yes, even you. So I'm so passionate to share this vision with you. It's with every fiber of my being that I hold that this is not only possible, but it is our collective destiny. So there is a time for everything. And we are in the time of breaking down all the old illusions. And it is time to step into a new and more beautiful world. I hope this was helpful. And I send you so much love.